throw motion a little bit. It looks like he's already accurate, but it looks like he's getting a little more velocity on these footballs, moving around. But more than that, we already look. I like that one right there. That was a laser. That was a laser. He looking crisp out there. But more than anything, you know what I liked? He had the brown helmet on. He could have wore any helmet he wanted to in the world. He could have had the Colorado Buffalo helmet. He could have been out there in just some. He didn't even have to put a helmet on. You know what? I think that was dope. You're like, yeah, you listen. I think he locked in.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Shedeur Sanders is going crazy in new release workout footage. Guys, for this one here, we got to go down to Canton, Texas.
Shedeur Sanders was a bona fide first-round pick.
Shedeur Sanders just demonstrated that he is not going to back down. He is making a strong return that is surprising everyone. He has been training relentlessly with his QB coach since moving back to his hometown of Kansas, challenging his body and mind every day. Even while some people might have been skeptical about Shedeur's prospects, his most recent training videos are self-evident. He is more focused than ever, in top physical shape, and prepared for the future. Those who believe he was finished should reconsider. Shedeur Sanders isn't only getting by, he is doing well. He's awake, he's on the run, and he is ready to show everyone that he is capable of dominating the field. By donning Cleveland's uniform throughout his training sessions, Shedeur Sanders is making a bold statement and letting everyone know that he isn't going to give up on the team anytime soon. Gaining a position on the first team is the driving force behind every second of his demanding training. Shedeur is honing every facet of his game with his quarterback coach by his side, concentrating on his mechanics, poise, and positioning. He has an unrivaled level of dedication and is committed to learning every aspect of the quarterback position. Shedeur is more dedicated than ever to leaving his mark with Cleveland, and he is not just preparing for the now, but also for the future. Fans and commentators alike have taken notice of Shedeur Sanders, and his decision to don the Browns helmet is sending a strong message. Prominent sports commentator Garrett Bush commended Shedeur for this audacious action, stating, "What I adore about Shedeur Sanders is that he wears a Browns helmet." Bush continued by explaining that Shedeur is effectively telling his detractors, "Change your mind if you want to stop me from having a chance at Cleveland by donning the helmet. I will remain where I am." It's a declaration of and determination that demonstrates Shedeur's determination and unwavering resolution in the face of uncertainty. He intends to remain and leave his mark.
He done tweaked his throwing motion a little bit. It looks like he's already accurate, but it looks like he's getting a little more velocity on these footballs, moving around. But more than that, we already look. I like that one right there. That was a laser. That was a laser. He looking crisp out there. But more than anything, you know what I liked? He had the brown helmet on. He could have wore any helmet he wanted to in the world. He could have had the Colorado Buffalo helmet. He could have been out there in just some. He didn't even have to put a helmet on. You know what? I think that was dope. You're like, yeah, you listen. I think he locked in.
By being mute, Shedeur Sanders is allowing his deeds to speak louder than his words. He has no time to waste and is making every second matter during this offseason. Every rep, every dropback, and every hard work moment is a step closer to igniting. The NFL Shedeur is already working hard to make sure he's not just a headline but the one making them, while everyone else waits for the next big thing. Just an unwavering, laser-focused desire to get better. No drama, no distractions. He is demonstrating that all he has worked for is on display when he steps onto the field, not just the game. Prepare yourself, because Shedeur Sanders will be more than simply a player you're watching when he takes center stage. It will be a natural force. He never stops working, and neither does the grind. This offseason, Shedeur Sanders hasn't taken a vacation. His commitment has been unwavering. He never removed his Browns helmet, even when practicing in Miami, signifying his dedication to Cleveland and his ultimate objective. Although some have voiced concerns regarding his posture, Shedeur has used those criticisms as motivation to get better. He has been practicing his footwork, and it is obvious that he is working hard to become proficient in it. Shove is honing his positioning while working side by side with his trainer, Daryl Colbert, who has supported him throughout the process. To make sure nothing is missed, they're working together to dissect every move, record training sessions, and examine his footwork in real time. His commitment to excellence is evident in the amount of attention to detail and commitment he puts into his training. Lance Rislin, who had previously expressed disapproval of Shedeur Sanders' footwork, was compelled to commend him for his extraordinary work ethic, and the reason is obvious. Shedeur is making every effort to get ready for the forthcoming season. Rislin observed, furthermore, the impressive training goes beyond only the physical aspect. Shedeur is devoting a significant amount of time to the game's mental components, working overtime and closely examining every little element. This commitment is what makes him unique. According to Ryzen, Shedeur is exhibiting the mentality of a quarterback who is focused on becoming the best rather than only trying to achieve.
Great job. He's a super nice kid. Those guys, the people I work with that interview him and stuff, he's a great guy. He's just got to, he's got to kind of put himself under the radar and work every day, which he seems to be doing.
Dave Bacon added his voice to the increasing chorus of admirers for Shedeur Sanders, emphasizing both his diligence and his openness with his followers. Bacon said that Shedeur has been sharing every stage of his journey with his followers, keeping them informed of his progress, which has further heightened the enthusiasm surrounding him. Shedeur appears to be more than prepared for the future. According to Bacon, his focus is more acute than ever, and his preparation is consistent. However, Bacon is most excited by the prospect of the pads turning on. He thinks Shedeur will maximize every rep and every chance to demonstrate that he is more than prepared to take over and dominate once the season begins.
Still don't have pads on, but Lance, again, he's trying to stay connected with his fans, which I respect that, and getting ready. It's going to be important for him to maximize every opportunity he gets once they get the pads on.
Shedeur Sanders uses more than simply his innate ability. He has been putting in a lot of effort to make the most of his physical abilities. His remarkable physique and lengthy levers give him a physical edge that many quarterbacks can only imagine, and in order to maximize it, he has been training non-stop. Shedeur made an immediate impact upon his arrival in Cleveland, giving his all to his art with unshakable devotion. His rigorous, concentrated, and extremely deliberate training regimen guarantees that every throw and every movement is performed precisely. Shedeur doesn't take any quick cuts in his methodology. He's working the required number of hours, challenging himself, and trying to reach the maximum potential of his body and skill set. Shedeur Sanders is demonstrating that his dedication transcends his innate ability. He is dedicating the time, effort, and concentration required to realize his full potential. Shedeur has demonstrated a strong commitment to honing his footwork, positioning, and general game throughout his time training in Miami and his unrelenting sessions with his coach in Cleveland. He isn't merely getting ready for a season. He's getting ready to leave a legacy. Shedeur is clearly demonstrating that he is more than just another player with each repetition, every modification, and every training session. He is a formidable opponent. The compliments from coaches, analysts, and former athletes alike emphasize not only his physical prowess but also the mental toughness and discipline he is developing. Shedeur is positioning himself for success as he keeps improving his abilities, making sure that he is more than prepared to dominate when the pads go on and the season starts. There is more to his path than simply getting into the NFL. It's about making an impression, dispelling his skeptics, and demonstrating to the world that he is more than simply a headline. He is a headline generator. Both Shedeur Sanders and the grind never end. What do you think? Then, do you think Shedeur Sanders is prepared to take the NFL by storm, given all the effort and commitment he is putting in? Can he make the breakout season that everyone has been waiting for out of all this preparation, dedication, and focus? Considering all of the compliments from coaches and analysts, does Shedeur have what it takes to be a starting quarterback and actually dominate the league? Will his unwavering quest for perfection be rewarded when the pads are put on? Or will the spotlight's pressure be too much to handle? Tell us what you think. What impact do you think Shedeur Sanders will have this season in the NFL?